Good morning, fellow YouTube viewers. It's Rob here, and I know my last couple videos, they've been kind of off topic on the garden a little bit, but you know, that's something I like to do also. But I done a video the other day, channel update, and 100 subscribers, and the fact that I had sold the Bond arms and was looking to replace it. Well, my initial thoughts were to replace it with the LCP2 and 380 because I recently got the LCP2 and 22, and I'm really impressed with that, and I like that really well. And I actually went to Rural King day before yesterday in a town a couple towns over from me, and they were out of stock there. So yesterday I thought, well, I'll hit up another Rural King. Where I live, there's about 3 Rural Kings within 30 to 40 miles roughly of where I live. So, you know, if one doesn't have it, I can always go check another one. And when I got over there, I thought, you know, I was pretty open to what I might buy, but and looking around, I seen this, and this has piqued my interest for a while. I've tossed around purchasing one of these for a while, and you don't see them very often around here. They're just either they sell as quick as they come in, and actually this was the only one they had in the store. It was a display model, and he said it just come in like that day, so, and it was the only one they had. So, and just a little teaser, you know, I did replace the Bond arms with 2 guns, so this is just one of them. And I'll just say the other one is something that I have not owned in years, since the whole Sandy Hook incident, and when ammo becoming such shortage that you couldn't get it anymore. You know, I kind of sold down on some guns and got rid of some, and thought, you know, I'm not paying this type of money for 22 ammunition. You know, I don't know how it was where you live, but here, you know, they were asking $10 for a 50-round box of 22 ammunition, and I'm just not paying $10 for a box of 22 ammunition. And it was literally 2 years before 22 ammo started coming back on the shelves here regularly. But that's just kind of a hint as to my next video and where I'm going with that. But what I purchased was the Rock Island, and I'm doing this outside, so if you hear a little wind noise, that's because I'm outside. The wife's currently redoing her so-called craft room, and we're trying to do some better organization in there, so that's where I usually shoot my videos, is in there at the desk. But so it's a mess, so I come outside. But what I got here is the Island Armory, the m206 38 special, excuse me. And of course, what you get in the box is, and this was a display model, so it wasn't in the bag, but you get the owner's manual and a card here. Just some information about firearms funding wildlife. And then mine, they come with an extra set of grips. It comes with the, these are hard plastic grip, and then it comes with the wooden grips. Underneath your foam, there's this was around the trigger, spent casing, gun lock. So nothing to write home about there. And there are tons of videos on these guns on YouTube, so there are people who have had really good luck with them, and then others who not so much. And I did watch some videos and of some other people's I haven't even cleaned this gun. I got home late last night and I just put it away and thought we'd look at it today. But I have watched some videos where some people's have a lot of machine marks and a lot of built up parkerization, and you know, these are a cheap gun. They're not without issue. Some people say you either get a good one or a bad one. Most videos I watched on it, and I've been watching videos on this for a couple years. You know, like I said, I don't see them in stores. It's an inexpensive revolver. I thought this would be something good to keep, to take camping, throw in the glove box of the truck, and just a kind of a truck gun, just a general purpose range gun. It's basically, it's kind of based on the Colt Detective in its appearance a lot. Some of the internals are quite a bit different than the Colt Detective, but externally it resembles the old Colt Detective 38. It is a 6-shot, and it is all steel. This is all, I read on the website, it's chrome moly, steel, heat treated steel. You know, is it a beautiful gun? No, not really, but it has its beauty is in its utilitarianism, its usefulness, its basicness. This harkens back to like old revolvers when I was a kid, you know. Yeah, the old Colts and stuff had better finish, but you know, usually by the time I seen one of those guns, they were well wore out and the bluing gone, and you know, they were rough shape. So this has its own type of appeal. I haven't shot it yet. We're going to do that a little later on today. But the parkerization on this gun, I see no real machine marks, or the side plate here doesn't fit quite as nicely as it could. But you know, it's a $229 gun. But overall fit and finish on the gun is actually quite nice. The crane there is fitted well to the frame. You know, the parkerization is nice and evenly put on. I'm outside. I can't see in the viewfinder if I'm getting this in there or not, but you know, I see no real imperfections in this one, and nothing to speak of. And the double action on this gun is actually quite smooth. I mean, it's just, there's no real, it actually has a fairly nice double action pull. It's fairly heavy, but it's smooth. There's no stacking, and the timing on this is good, because I checked every cylinder. Even when you pull it back as slow as you can pull it back, it locks up before. So the timing on this is excellent. Lockup's fairly tight. There's no end play. Like I said, it is an all steel gun, 6 shots. I intend to leave the wood grips on it. I just like that. I don't intend to carry this as a carry gun. To me, that's, although in the winter time, when I'm wearing a coat, a decent holster, yeah, I might. I'm not saying I won't, you know, I might. But I bought this more as just a utility gun, something to keep in the truck, to take camping, throw in a backpack when I go hiking, you know. I've decided to carry my LCP2 as an everyday carry gun, the 22. I feel confident enough in it to trust it. So this gun does weigh, let's get a weight on it for you here. This gun weighs 1 pound 4 ounces. Let's put that in ounces. Let's see. That's grams, ounces. This gun weighs 24 ounces. 23.95, so 24 ounces. So it's not a light gun. But like I said, so far, just out of the box, I'm really pleased with it. Fit and finish is good. There's a little scuff right there I never noticed, but I don't know if that's just something on it or a little place in the parkerization, but it's inside the trigger guard, so no big deal. But I just thought I'd come to you this morning and give you a look at what I purchased with some of the money. I did have to put some money with when I got out of the Bond Arms to purchase the 2 firearms, but still wasn't too bad. The single action on this is like, I don't know if you can see that, but that trigger moves none. It's like there's no take up. It's just right there, and you put a little bit of pressure and it goes. No, hardly any over travel. It's just, it breaks. That it has a really nice single action trigger. Now, is it ultra light? No, it's not ultra light. It's probably in the 5 poundish range, but it just breaks like a piece of glass. That's a very nice single action trigger. But like I said, I've been looking at these for a while. I'm going to get a chance to shoot at some today. And another reason I didn't go with the 380 is because right now in this area, availability of 380 ammo is like next to none. I looked at several stores while I was in Ashland the other day, and I couldn't find any 380. So what was the point of buying a gun I couldn't get ammo for? I know locally around here that's you just can't find it. It's been all bought up. 38 special I can still get. You know, it's not ultra plentiful, but I can get it. So, and I already had some 38 anyway. So I had a 38 Taurus poly protector, and I really like that gun. But when my oldest daughter moved out, and she'd went through a divorce and moved in with me for a while and got back on her feet, and when she moved out, I gave her the poly protector to take with her as a home defense gun. And so that was my last 38 snubby I had, and I really like that gun, and I'd been kicking around one of these for a while. As we know, I'm not a Taurus fan because I've had some bad customer service experience with Taurus, and so I refused a long time ago to ever buy another Taurus product. So but that's another story itself. So anyway, just a quick look at this Rock Island Armory m206 38 special. I'm impressed with it so far. Of course, we know I'm easily impressed, and sometimes that doesn't prove out. I was really impressed with the Bond Arms too, but as it turned out, it just it just didn't work out for me. I never could get the hang of really shooting a thing to any degree of where I felt comfortable with it. And honestly, it was almost as heavy as this gun here. So, I mean, as far as weight wise, I gave up very little in weight. I gained 4 more rounds. Yeah, it's a little bigger, you know, it's bigger than the Bond Arms, but not considerably with the wooden grip. So, and like I said, later on, we'll do a video of my other purchase I made. to replace the Bond arms. So I appreciate everybody watching, and you know, stay patient with me. I did take down my video about the 100 subscribers, since I did have a couple subscribers leave. I guess my garden content was not to their liking. I don't know. I never started my channel to only be a firearms channel. This is more about, you know, outdoor activities. You know, firearms is the one thing I really like the most, but, you know, it's not the only thing. I like to garden. I like to camp. I like to go fishing. You know, I like hiking. You know, I plan on, you know, my channel was never intended to be solely a firearms channel. And, you know, maybe that's what some of my subscribers expected it to be, and they didn't want to see any other content, and that's fine. You know, there's lots of people out there with lots of interests. You know, somebody might like my gardening videos that don't like my gun videos, so there you go. But anyway, I thank everybody for subscribing and watching, and I appreciate everybody. Give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.